Senator Banks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Atkins, millions of Americans are handing over their Social Security numbers and their banking information to trading apps that are tied to Communist China. Senator Tuberville and I have written you and your predecessor regarding Webull and other Chinese broker-dealers with deep ties to the PRC that pose clear risk to U.S. User data. We know that China doesn't play by our rules, but what steps has the SEC taken to delist Chinese companies from U.S. markets and rescind Chinese-owned broker-dealers' licenses to operate in the U.S.?
Oh, well, thank you, Senator. So we have very limited authority under the securities laws. We can delist a company if it hasn't kept its filings current, for example. And we can stop trading in a company where there's a sign of manipulative activity in the market. But we have been working with China-related companies. We have a cross-border task force that I've set up in our enforcement division where we're monitoring trading. And so we've shut down trading in 13 so far companies on the NASDAQ, and then more recently one on the New York Stock Exchange, where the company, after there was sign of a pump and dump scheme, the company came out and said, we don't have any news that should justify this marked increase in our price. It was kind of like one of the meme stock crazes back when. So we stopped trading on that company for a day. New York Stock Exchange stepped in and is doing an investigation. So our remedies are limited in this, but we are working on it with the SROs to try to.
In recent years, we've seen American banks underwrite the IPOs of CCP-affiliated companies, including Alibaba, which purportedly aid Chinese military operations against targets in the U.S. What kind of benefits do companies like Alibaba receive from these IPOs, and what is the potential impact to America's national security?
Yeah, well, so thank you. We have taken steps well, for example, we came out with a concept release regarding foreign private issuers because many companies from China, especially that have variable interest types of arrangements internally, are operating in China or East Asia, and then they're headquartered or whatever, run out of China, are incorporated in the Caribbean, and then are listed as their primary market here in the United States. That's why we have come out with this concept release to ask questions about and to come up with a remedy to focus on companies that are taking advantage of our more let's just say accommodating stance for foreign issuers that are listed here in the United States, but where if there's not a strict regime at home for regulation, that's where there's opportunity to evade some of our.
China has taken drastic steps to crack down on Western accounting firms that offer auditing services to Chinese companies, as you know. Chinese Communist Party authorities have raided the Beijing headquarters of major Western firms and bullied them with scam investigations. They have put enormous pressure on Chinese companies to employ Chinese auditors, not American or British firms, for example. Do you think that American investors should trust the financial reports that they get on a Chinese company if the auditors preparing that report answer to the Chinese Communist Party?
Well, I can't say blanketly, but we have now we've just sworn in this week some new board members for the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, and that is one of the main issues that they will be focusing on.
And how is the SEC ensuring that American investors aren't being tricked into putting their money in Chinese companies that falsify their financial data?
Well, so the whole anti-fraud force that we have with enforcement and our investigatory group, our examinations group, we are focused on trying to root out any sort of type of fraudulent activity. And it's not just with the Chinese companies or PRC type of companies, but here in the United States, the incidence of using now AI to help disguise phone calls and voices online is a real bane for normal people's existence right now.
Thank you. My time has expired. I'll submit other questions for the record. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.